Jambo again, my friends. This is your favorite storyteller, Stanley Karedi. Happy New Year to you all. Every time, it's not just about the animals. Sometimes we have stories about our guests. And this is a story about some clients that I had last year. And this was Robert Davidson and Jane Davidson. These are clients I had 2 years ago, and last year they decided to bring their grandkids to Kenya. From the grandkids, I learned that the grandfather, they called him Pop, and the grandmother, they would call her Mama D. And during our safari, I was myself with a colleague of mine, Edwin Salampo, and we were headed to this camp in Sweetwaters, which is at the base of Mount Kenya. This was a new camp, and we have not been there before. So we had to ask for directions at the gate as we checked in. And roughly, we talked to the rangers, and they gave us a few hints of how to get to this camp. It was new camp, Tabarare camp. Very small, luxurious camp, and we were the first people at this camp. So we left the gate, and from the gate it was like an hour to the camp. Luckily enough, you don't just drive through the conservancy. You have to stop and enjoy the animals there. Sweetwaters is known for both black and white rhinos. It's also known for the only 2 remaining northern white rhinos, the only 2 remaining in the world. So on the drive we saw some rhinos, we saw some reticulated giraffes, we saw some hyenas with puppies. At this time we are enjoying the game, but we are also thinking about our mission, because we had a mission we had to make to this camp in time for lunch. So on the radio, I would call Edwin and say, Edwin, do you think we have passed the turn? Remember, we were to turn to the left at that water trough. And Edwin says, no, I think it's ahead. So at one point, we go to this water trough, because in this conservancy, they provide water for both wild animals and the domestic cows. They have some beef cows for meat. So we made this left turn. That as we drove through and we kept driving, it kept disappearing and becoming just like a small truck. It went through these bushes, and before we hit another bigger truck, we almost thought that we were lost. So we kept stopping and discussing and trying to exactly find out where we were supposed to go. As we were driving, we were really not lost, but we went slowly because we were not very sure exactly where we were going. There is always a first time to everything. The good thing is that we had told our clients we had not been to this camp before. That is the good thing. You have to be very honest. You have never been there before, but don't worry, we are going to make it. So my friend Pop, Robert Davidson, was with me in the car, and Mama D with some of the grandkids. And he said to me, Stanley, I think I can see the hotel president. I said, what do you mean? He said, I will tell you when we get to the camp. Just keep driving. When we get to the camp, I'll tell you about it. So finally we get to this camp, beautiful camp. We were the first group there. We had a nice lunch, a nice reception. They have had sundowner and they had a campfire that evening. And at dinner time, I said to Pop, please, what did you say about the hotel president? And he said to me, Stanley, one day myself and Mama D here, my wife, plus 3 other couples, we were on holiday. We were in Turkey for a holiday. And one evening we decided to go for a Turkish restaurant to try some local delicacy. So we took a cab, and our cab driver was this lady, a Turkish lady. She had this van that would take all of us, the 6 of us. So we got into this cab, we squeezed ourselves. There was not enough room, but we fitted. And we headed out for the restaurant for dinner. You know, in Europe, maybe in Europe, in America, when you make an appointment for dinner, when you say it is 7, it's supposed to be 7. In Kenya here, you make an appointment for 7, you come at 9:30, it's okay, it's fine. There's still a table for you, there are people waiting, and you still have your food. So they had made an appointment for 7. So they left the hotel at 6 o'clock. As they were driving through the city, Pap noticed there was a big hotel in town called the Hotel President. They kept going through the city, and he saw the Hotel President for the second time. Both of them, in fact all of them, they looked at each other. Maybe this girl is lost. She does not know where we are going. But they kept their feet in their mouth and they said nothing. But this is now Bob telling me the story. Stanley, when we saw the Hotel President for the 5th time, we were damn sure that this lady was lost. I said to Bob, Pap, are you trying to insinuate that myself and Edwin didn't know where we were headed? That is why you saw the Hotel President out there in the field? And everybody laughed. It was a great moment. Everybody was laughing. Everybody was making a lot of fun about the story. And, you know, everybody came out and they opened up and said, oh, we really lost that. We really thought that we were never going to get there. And this is what happens. Many times we are with clients and we are driving to some place. We don't have signboards like you do in the US or in the Europe. You have to have a natural sense of direction. And sometimes we learn the hard way. Many times we get questions. Oh, Stanley, are we there yet? Are you sure where you are going? Is this the way? Are you sure the camp is this way? There are many people, many clients that get anxious. But believe me or not, we might get lost, we might miss a turn, but we finally get you there. Viewers, that's a story about my clients. I'm sure even for you, you have seen so many hotel presidents and you're still alive, you're still surviving. Seeing a hotel president getting lost is not the end of the road. It's like hitting a red light. It's a sign that you should stop because the green light is coming. Viewers, thank you for watching. Keep subscribing and hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.